What is happening, gamers? This is Bradley here. Welcome back to another news roundup. So I just want to clarify that in my last news video I mentioned that the general manager of Nintendo Germany stated that the new Smash Bros would be coming out in the spring of 2014. Well, apparently that's no longer the case. It was just a mistake, which you know kind of makes sense. This is one of Nintendo's big flagship titles and it can use all the time that it can get. So as of right now, we're back to a vague 2014 release. But I'm going to guess and say that we're going to be getting the game maybe towards the end of 2014, maybe like in November or something like that. And in the end, it would be good for consumers because it gives Nintendo more time to flesh out the game, balance the characters and moves, and maybe even add some more features. And speaking of fleshing out a game, that Sega has issued a patch for the Wii U version of Sonic Lost World, and it's actually available right now. And one of the big things this update addresses is the iconic golden rings, and it's actually something I brought up in my review for Sonic Lost World and how there was not much use in collecting a bunch of the rings because they no longer gave you an extra life. But this patch actually fixes that and will give you an extra life every time you collect 100 rings, so that's good. Now this update does also tweak some other stuff like the Nightmare DLC and also fixes a bug in the Frozen Factory, but if you want to check out the full lineup of what this update actually does, there will be a link in the description below. But having this update will make a playthrough of this game that much better. And in some sales news, that things are looking up for the Wii U over in Japan as of right now, because it is the second best-selling system for 2 weeks straight, right behind the 3DS XL. Of course, things could change in the next week's sales, but as for the data we have right now, the Wii U saw about a 75% increase over the previous week's sales, so that's good. And it could have been due in part because of the recent release of Dragon Quest X, which was in the top 10 best-selling games for the week. And Super Mario 3D World was also still hanging on in the top 10 list at number 7, selling about 44,000 units. So hopefully the Wii U will be able to keep the momentum rolling over in Japan and stay at the number 2 spot for the foreseeable future, and it'll be interesting to see how well 3D World sold in North America and how much it actually affected the sales of the Wii U. So we'll just have to stay tuned for that. And as a way to wrap this video up is that we got confirmation on a couple more successful Kickstarter projects that will be making their way over to the Wii U eShop. One of them being Dex, which is an action stealth RPG side-scroller, and it won't actually release on the Wii U until about 2 to 3 months after its initial release on other platforms. And the other game being Lobo Destroyer, which is a retro action adventure game that is inspired by classic Nintendo 64 collectathon games like Banjo-Kazooie. And this game won't actually release on the Wii U until about 4 months after its initial release because of Ouya exclusivity reasons. But that will bring us to the end of this news roundup. If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up and add your favorites and all that good stuff. You can stay tuned for more news videos, video reviews, and That's Nintendo Crazy episodes. Don't forget to go check out my latest episode of That's Nintendo Crazy, where I went over 3 indie games that are on Nintendo platforms that you should check out. And you can also check out thegamingpixelshow.com to follow along for some more 3DS and Wii U news. But I'll talk to you later in the next video, guys. Bye!